Normally I do not make videos for Ellie, but it is looking quite good in the upcoming seasons, so I wanted to share some things that I have learned. This video will just be a few tips rather than a guide. Stormbringer is unusually looking better in all content, both raid and M+. Farseer is not really relevant right now, and I think that's kinda good because I am finding Stormbringer a lot more fun. The general concept of Stormbringer is that it is a cycle of building many different resources. First you build Maelstrom and then spend it to get Tempest, you spend your Tempest and get a Stormkeeper charge, and then you spend your Stormkeeper charge to get more Maelstrom. This is looking like the single target build at the moment, with 1 point Lightning Rod and Master of the Elements. I think Master of the Elements is kinda chill to play around. You do want to press Lava Burst off CD to proc it and then follow it up with a hard hitting ability, but I think for the most part you just do your rotation normally, and as long as you don't Lava Burst twice in a row, you'll get mostly full value. And try to pull Maelstrom before your Ascendance on single target whenever it is possible. The M+ talent build looks like this, with Voltaic Blaze and no Master of the Elements. Make sure you always have 6 Flame Shocks out because they amplify your damage on each target. We have very distinct breakpoints of AOE versus single target abilities. For builders, you press Lightning Bolt up to 2 targets and Lava Burst up to 2 targets, but only with the proc. On 3 or more targets, always use Chain Lightning. For spenders, you press Elemental Blast up to 3 targets and Earthquake on 4. Note there is some tiny min-max with using Elemental Blast on AOE for its buffs. I would say the biggest weakness of Elemental Shaman at the moment is its 2 target damage. You essentially do your full single target rotation with minimal cleave on the second target. Do not press Chain Lightning or Earthquake on 2 targets. The most important thing to understand is that the goal for Ellie is to not overcap on any of your 3 resources. If you are spending, you have to be below 2 Tempest or you could overcap. If you are using Tempest, you have to be below 4 Stormkeepers or you will overcap. But as long as you are not overcapping, your actual use of these resources is very flexible. And the cooldowns of Ellie are also kind of flexible. Midnight Ellie always plays 2-minute Ascendance and Stormkeeper is a 45-second cooldown, so they do not line up. You have 2 options here to fix this. Option 1, you can elect to press Ascendance on cooldown on the 2-minute mark, meaning you only get 1 Stormkeeper in between Ascendance uses. This Stormkeeper is floating and can be used anywhere in the 30-second window between 45 and 115. The second option is to use Stormkeeper on CD and delay Ascendance to be a 2-minute 15 cooldown. These options are situational and you should decide when to use cooldowns based on the circumstances of your dungeon or boss. It is quite mandatory though to always use Stormkeeper with Ascendance because the tier set makes Stormkeeper give haste. That will be it. I recommend checking out the Shaman Discord, Wowhead guides, or Warcraft logs if you want more basic or in-depth info about the priorities and openers.